The latest class is so confusing. The only thing I can remember is WH interrogative clause. Oh, that's my friend. Let's go ask him about the lesson. Hey guys, can you guys remember the 3 types of noun clause that we have learned earlier? Because I can only remember the WH interrogative clause.
Hey, don't worry, bro. Because I can only remember that clause here.
Hey, chill. There's no need to worry, mate, because I am here.
So, you gonna teach me, right?
Nuh-uh. Because after the class began for 10 minutes, I was falling asleep and I cannot remember anything at all.
Hey guys, you know what? I can only remember the yes-no interrogative clause as well.
Alright, since everyone has known different types of noun clause, then shall we share what we know together?
Sounds good to me. Alright guys, let's go.
Let's go!
Hello everyone, my name is Apipu. Today we're gonna talk about the noun clauses that I have not studied earlier, and I don't know what exactly is a noun clause. Well, but I do remember some things. These 3 are that clauses, WH interrogative clauses, and yes-no interrogative clauses. Welcome to our class, and we shall start the topic of noun clause. What is noun clause? A noun clause is like a dependent clause or subordinate that works just like a noun in a sentence, which can act as a subject, object, and complement in order to form a complex sentence which need main clause, one or more subordinate clause. By combine these clauses together, and we shall get the complex sentence. These clauses are linked by subordinating conjunctions such as if, when, whether, after, since, because, and etc. The subordinate clause cannot stand alone as a sentence. It is made dependent on the main clause. Alright, let's get back to our class. For example number 1. What she said surprised everyone is the clause as subject because what she said is in the subject position in the sentence. Example number 2. They know where you went is the clause as object because where you went here is in the object position. Example number 3. The problem is that he didn't show up is the clause as complement because that he didn't show up is in the complement positions, and this clause linked by the linking verb is. Types of noun clauses. Noun clause has 3 types, classified according to the initial word that introduced the clause. The first one is that clauses. The second one is subordinate WH interrogative clauses, which contains what, whatever, who, whoever, which, whichever, whom, whomever, and whose. The third one is subordinate yes-no interrogative clauses, which contain only whether or if. Alright, let's start our lessons from now on.
What are that clauses? That clauses are noun clauses that begin with the word that. It can function as subject, object, and complement. For example, that clause as subject. Example number 1. That he won the competition surprised everyone. That he won the competition functioning as subject of the sentence. Example number 2. That John failed the exam was unexpected. That John failed the exam, functioning as subject of the sentence.
Oh.
That clause as object. Example number 1. The teacher explained that the meeting was cancelled. That the meeting was cancelled, functioning as object of the sentence. Example number 2. My parents said that I can't go outside. That I can go outside, functioning as object of the sentence. That clause as complement. Example number 1. The problem is that we don't have enough money. That we don't have enough money, functioning as complement, linked by the linking verb is. Example number 2. The fact is that we need more volunteers. That we need more volunteers, functioning as complement linked by the linking verb is. Now, let's moving on to the next section.
Alright, let's move on to the next one. What are subordinate WH interrogative clauses? WH interrogative clauses are the dependent clause that are introduced by WH word, which can occur in internal structure and external structure. In this internal structure of the clause, WH word can be classified into two types, which are noun phrase and adverb phrase according to their function. Let's see our helpful examples. First example: whoever finishes first wins the prize. Whoever performs at noun phrase, functioning as a subject in this internal clause. Example number 2. What they are argued about is not important. What perform as a noun phrase, functioning as the object of the preposition in this internal clause. Now, let's see the next one. For example, when you called was not a good time. When performs as the adverb phrase, functioning as adverb of time. And the next example, how you use your time tells a lot about you. How performs as the adverb phrase, functioning as the adverb of manner. Next, in the external structure, WH interrogative clauses can also function as subject, object, and complement as well. For example, whatever you want is okay for me. Whatever you want, functioning as the subject in this sentence. And the next example, I wondered why they did it that way. Why they did it that way, functioning as the object of the verb wondered. And for the last example, the outcome was what we expected it to be. What we expected it to be, functioning as the complement linked by the linking verb was.
What are subordinate yes/no interrogative clauses? Let me explain it to you guys. Subordinate yes/no interrogative clauses are the type of noun clause that introduced by whether or if.
Oh.
They are similar to other types of noun clauses. Subordinate yes/no interrogative clauses can function as a noun phrase. For example, add a subject. Example number 1. Whether they are coming back is important. Whether they are coming back, functioning as the subject of the sentence. Example number 2. If she can finish the project on time is the main concern. If she can finish the project on time, functioning as the subject of the sentence. As a direct object. Example number 1. I asked him if I could stay here longer. If I could stay here longer, functioning as the direct object of the verb asked. Example number 2. He wondered whether it was going to rain. Whether it was going to rain, functioning as the object of the verb wondered. Next example. As the object of preposition. Example number 1. There was a big argument about whether we should move to a new house. Whether we should move to a new house, functioning as the object of the preposition about. Example number 2. They had a discussion about whether to change the policy. Whether to change the policy, functioning as the object of the preposition about. Next example. Add a subject complement. Example number 1. What he wanted to know was if I would prepare dinner for him. If I would prepare dinner for him, functioning as the subject complement, linked by the linking verb was. Example number 2. The problem is if they can meet the deadline. If they can meet the deadline, functioning as the subject complement, linked by the linking verb is.
Alright, this might be you right now, but don't be confusing. Here is the final conclusion. Noun clause is a dependent clause that functions just like as a noun and can also act as a subject, an object, or complement. Can be classified into 3 types. The first one is that clause. Yeah. It is the noun clauses introduced by that. For example, the problem is that she doesn't love me. That she missed the bus was unexpected. Second one is the WH interrogative clauses. A noun clause introduced by the WH word, which has what, whatever, whom, whomever, which, whichever, who, whoever, and whose again. For example, whoever moves first is cool. I am wondering whatever that is. The third one is yes no interrogative clause. It is a noun clause introduced by whether or if. For instance, I don't know if he is at home. I wonder whether she is sick or not. We are here at the end of our course. We appreciate you all a lot for the effort, and we hope that you guys learn something and have fun at the same time from studying together. Farewell, mate.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
Thank you everyone. Bye bye.